today we are going to be talking about the CIMA case study exams, and more specifically why I prefer the CIMA case study exams over the objective test. I've got with you today 5 reasons why I prefer the case study exams. And in number 1, it is an opportunity for you to apply your knowledge to practical scenarios. I don't know how you feel about the objective test, but certainly I felt that it just felt like at times you were learning theory from a textbook, you were holding that memory within your mind, you were going into the exam and just answering the correct answer. Sometimes without feeling like you were really having to think about it. In the case study, you are presented with practical scenarios, which always almost feels like a bit of a puzzle at times, and you need to demonstrate that the knowledge that you have from your objective test can be used into a practical environment. And essentially, this is testing your everyday ability, which you can then display into your career going forward. And if you can pass your case study exams and demonstrate that you're able to answer scenarios as and how they want you to, then you can be sure that you've got the skills that you can utilize for a successful career within an internal finance department. And in number 2 is there is no new knowledge. The case study assumes knowledge from the previous objective test modules. Therefore, you have already demonstrated that you know the knowledge. For me, I was always more confident when I knew that the knowledge was something that I'd already been tested on and I'd already demonstrated that I could learn, because it gave me confidence that all I had to do was relearn it. And because I've already been through that process once, it was far easier for me to relearn the second time around. By not having any new knowledge, it meant that I could really focus on what mattered, and that was on the case study, trying to find practical examples that could help me get through that case study. It made the case study feel like a whole lot less effort because I had already learned the material. It was just about remembering that material. In at reason number 3 is the community element of the case study exam. And the reason I did this is because I realized the value of swapping your ideas and listening to others' opinions on the same questions. It opens your mind up to things or solutions that otherwise you may not have even thought of. You can get through the objective test without that. I thoroughly recommend that if you have the opportunity to sit a online live course, then do so. Join a WhatsApp group with the rest of that class. Have people constantly bouncing ideas off of the case study for your case study exam. And trust me, it will put you in a far more prepared position when it comes to actually sitting your case study exams. And in at number 4, there is not a wrong or a right answer. Let me just be clear about this. There are some answers there that will be looking at you to come to the right conclusion. There are questions that will be asking you to weigh out the advantages and the disadvantages, the opportunities and the limitations, discuss and then present your recommendation. In these cases, there is no wrong or right answer. You just need to demonstrate the thought process that you reached in order to reach your recommendation. And the reason I like this in the case study is because it took away the pressure of having to be 100% correct. I knew that I could probably still get the question 70% correct, apply the structure that I needed to apply, and I would probably still get a sufficient amount of marks to pass my case study exams. And then last but not least, and this is probably an obvious one, and that is that there is a lower pass mark at the case study than the objective test. The objective test requires 70 out of 100 marks scaled score, which is 70%. The case study only requires 80 out of 150, which is 53%. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this is an easy pass mark, but it always gave me a bit more confidence knowing I could get a bit more wrong and still pass the exam. And if you often get confidence through feeling like that as well, then I honestly don't understand why you would not prefer the case study over the objective test exam. Well, there you have it. There's my 5 reasons why I prefer the case study exams over the CIMA objective test. Hope you enjoyed it. Until the next one, see you all soon. Goodbye.